Greening the environment, saving lives is the slogan that encapsulates the vision and mission of the agro-climatic resilience in semi-arid landscape, AgriSal. AgriSal is a project of the federal government of Nigeria financed by the World Bank in the 19 northern states of Nigeria and the federal capital, Abuja. The AgriSal project is a 6-year project implementation with a total funding of $700 million funding from the International Development Association, IDA, of the World Bank. The AgriSal project development objective, PDO, is aimed to increase the adoption of sustainable landscapes management practices in targeted watersheds in northern Nigeria and strengthen Nigeria long-term framework for integrated climate resilient landscape management. The project was conceptualized as a platform that can be used to absorb the impact of climate change, especially in the northern state of Nigeria, where there are arid and semi-arid landscapes. The project aimed at building capacity and mobilizing the target communities to imbibe the culture of climate change resilience by adopting modern approach in protecting and enhancing the quality of their environment. Kaduna State has been an active participant in the AgriSal project since its inception in July 2022, and the state government, under the able leadership of His Excellency Senator Obasani, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, has paid the counterpart fund of 1 billion naira for the takeoff of the project implementation.
The governor has always given us all what we require to ensure the success of this project. As I'm speaking with you now, His Excellency the Governor has approved the full payment of the counterpart funding of the project, which is 1 billion naira for Kaduna State government. And the government have already credited the counterpart accounts with 1 billion naira as the counterpart funding from the state. This is to show you the commitment of the governor and the state government on these important projects of AgriSal that we are all working towards ensuring the success of the remaining 4 years of the project in Kaduna State.
The implementation of the AgriSal project is by 3 ministries in Kaduna State, namely Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, Ministry of Public Works and Infrastructure, and Ministry of Agriculture. The 3 main ministries are working collectively with the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources as the lead ministry in the implementation of the project, while the 2 other ministries are serving as co-chairs. The focus of the AgriSal intervention project in Kaduna State is determined to embark on dry land management and landscape investment through reclaiming of degraded land, afforestation and erosion control, smart agriculture and food security, strategic watershed planning, reactivation of existing dams, desilting water channels, livelihood support, community advocacy and sensitization, skills acquisition and poverty reduction. Already, a number of achievements have been recorded in the intervention areas at some local government areas of Kaduna State. The local government areas are Makarfi, Kudan, Zaria, Kubau, Ikara, Kaura, Giwa, Sabongari, Igabi, Chukun, Soba, Kauru, Jama'a, Zangon Kataf, Lere, and Sanga. In the area of land degradation, the Kaduna State AgriSal is aimed at reclaiming 22,438,000 hectares of land under the Food and Agriculture Organization (FAO) of the United Nations. The targeted lands, which will be transformed into farmland and forest plantations, will enable communities embark on all year-round farming activities so as to ensure food security, livelihood, and by extension, reduce the impact of climate change. Already, a stakeholder engagement was held in various communities across the local government areas with a view to sensitize and inform them on the objectives of land restoration of the degraded lands. The engagement has provided the project with meaningful information that resulted in the authentication of the degraded lands and the possible approach to reclaim them. There was also an engagement with critical stakeholders on the implementation of the Food and Agricultural Organization (FAO) on landscape restoration across Kaduna State. Already, the project has trained farmers across communities on climate-smart agriculture in the farmer-led irrigation development and community revolving fund implementation of the community interest groups in the selected catchment areas in Kubau and Kudan local government areas. Kaduna AgriSal has started the implementation of the Community Revolving Fund, where 10 pilot communities were selected for the soft loan. It is a loan to support the agricultural value chain in order to boost productivity and livelihood empowerment, which pay back so that others can receive and use for same purpose. Already, the benefiting communities have been encouraged to set up cooperative societies which are now transformed into community interest groups through which they can access the loan. The water conservation for irrigation activities is also part of the investment that targets to boost agricultural production. Afforestation is one of the intervention areas of the AgriSol project in Kaduna State, and a number of afforestation sites have been established in over 230.4 hectares of land that includes forest plantations in Gubuchi, in Makarfi, Sonje, in Aura, and Maje in Giwa local government areas. The target of the afforestation program is to establish a forest plantation that, apart from enhancing the quality of the environment, will also provide the host community with a livelihood support and at the same time address climate effects. The project has also constructed a number of solar-powered water boreholes at the forest plantations with the aim of watering the forest plantation, providing water for the community, and water trough for the cattle. These water facilities have greatly improved the welfare of the herders and their cattle and has also reduced the frequent clashes between farmers and herders. The solar boreholes can also be used by the community in carrying out dry season farming within the forest plantation during the dry season. And for the sustainability of the afforestation intervention, a number of nursery plantation sites were established in some local government areas under the project. The nursery sites are in Kudan, Ikara, Makarfi, Kubau, and Giwa local government areas. A weather station was also established at the Kaduna State Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources as part of the institutional strengthening component of the project. On flood control, especially in the urban areas across Kaduna State, the project have started project implementation on the storm water management plan with the aim of addressing the challenges of flooding. And for effective service delivery, the local government project management committees were inaugurated for the catchment local government areas. Another success achieved by the AgriSol project in Kaduna State was the training of women and youth from all the 23 local government areas on the use of briquettes. The briquette is an innovation by the project which is aimed at providing an alternative method of cooking with less pollution to the environment. Apart from the reduction in pollution, the briquette will also reduce the increasing deforestation for the purpose of getting firewood. The project has engaged the services of a focal non-governmental organization named African Desertification Control Initiative ADCI Nigeria to provide support to the project and communities. To achieve all that was planned in the AgriSol intervention project, there is the need for the active participation of the benefiting communities. Hence the need for community advocacy and sensitization on the importance of the intervention and the need for the communities to take ownership of it.
So these are the kind of strategies we developed to co-op with people, the SPIU, the project unit, the community, any relevant stakeholders, sensitization, making people aware of the importance of installing such kind of important activities, to make them understand, to develop peace building, to carry people along initially from the inception. So these are the kind of strategical analysis we have made earlier to protect this thing. Without this one, I don't think you are going to succeed. And that's the only mechanism to apply.
In doing that, the project officers have organized a number of sensitizations and advocacy visits to communities where the interventions are taking place.